Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to share with you my weekly check-in. How did we do? Did we stay within budget? And what does it look like to keep budgeting during the holidays and staying on track if possible? I'm not even sure where I'm at. I do have my totals. I have not done the math from the budget amount and how much I spent. I just went through and made sure my spending was accurate. I actually paid my credit card. I put all my spending on my credit card. I put all or as many bills as possible on our credit card. The rest that don't go on the credit card either get auto drafted out of our checking account because there was no fee. Sometimes with credit cards they charge like 3% fee, so if they do that, I don't use that. And then any bills that went to the credit card, I paid those and the spending, and anything I brought over from last month and paid it off. So that is where we're at right now, and we are going to see what the spending looked like and how much I had to put to pay on the credit card. So here we go. Good news is I've already paid it. I know whatever number I come up with, I've already taken care of it, and my balance is in my checking account. Let's just pray that this math works as well as what I did online paying my credit card. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. So today is Thursday, December 8th. I have a no spend today. I was going to go spend, but it's rainy, dreary, and very cold, and I'm like, no. I barely wanted to check the mail today, so no spending today. I will have to tomorrow. I need to get a gift and a couple of small gifts and box everything up and mail it to our nieces, our sobrinas in Virginia that we had to leave behind. Two little girls that I just miss so dearly, and they are Bolivian, and they are sweet and cute and funny and feisty and wonderful little girls. So I want to make sure their gifts get to them. You're going to see some unbudgeted here, and that's what a lot of this is unbudgeted for gifts, unbudgeted for more decor and things like that. So yeah, it's an exciting time of year, and I never budget enough for this time of year, but this year I'm definitely going to total up what I spent. And if you haven't seen in some of my other videos, I am leaving in the description box a free printable. It's just a Google Drive, I believe, where you can just download a PDF and use it and print it as many times as you want. But it looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see this better. Here we go. This is my spending tracker. I created this last year when I was selling digital products on Etsy. I'm not doing that this year. I moved states, so licensing things, I'm not going to do that again for a little while until I figure out what I want to do with my life here with my sons and things like that. But I created this last year and sold it, and then after and for anybody that could find me on YouTube, they also got it for free if they don't want to buy it online. And it's just a spending tracker. It's a great little tracker where you can write the date, the store, online tracking numbers, whatever you want information here, the amount, whether it was shipped. If you picked it up, you can just cross through it like I did. And I have a son that was born on December 24th, day before Christmas, so there you go. And then Christmas for one son and Christmas for another son. And then the totals you can tally at the bottom. So that is kind of where I'm tracking the Christmas spending for my sons. I did not create a second one, and I really should have, and I probably will now that I've said it out loud. I printed this. Now these pages are 8.5 by 11. I shrunk this down to a 5 by 7 with my printer adjustments, but you can print this at any size you want. It is free. It's a link. Just have fun with it. And I'm probably going to print a second one that says Eric and Lisa gifts, which is me and my husband, and then what I spent on the girls and any other gifts that I decided to spend. And then I want to track how much I spent on Christmas decor this year, so I'm going to have to go back in November and December to see what that is. But definitely can use this. It's got 7 lines, so if you want to use it per person, or if you want to put multiple people on these lines, their name and the store, you can definitely do it that way. However you want to do it, this is just what worked for me. I love it. So anyways, back to the weekly check-in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am so excited to have you here. This is just one of those times a year where finances get crazy and we just try to stay afloat. And that's what we're doing. We are checking in for both sides of this calendar here. The 30th of November, anything I spent on that day, because I closed out the budget before I actually went grocery shopping. So I just counted it in the month of December, but I put it on the date I actually did it because I like knowing when I balance that way. But we're going to go through and take the highlights of everything that I spent. Grocery household is in pink, restaurants in blue, miscellaneous is in this light mint green color, gas is orange, unbudgeted is yellow, and pharmacy and copay for medical is in purple. So we're going to track all that. We're going to total up the numbers, and I have a little sheet over here, little notepad here. We're going to go ahead and check off here and on here and come up with the total numbers so that we can pay the budget. So, or pay the, not pay, I've already paid the credit card, but you can see how I paid and get my totals on how I'm going to pay my credit card. So this is where I get started. Now you're going to notice this one thing right here. It says Southern States, and I put, you can't really read it, but it says SF, that means sinking funds. I chose to pay it with sinking funds to the credit card. So originally I was going to pay it out of the checking account with unbudgeted, but I was looking at my sinking funds and I'm going to restructure them, and there was one I could use to pay this, so I did. And so that works much better for me, and it'll help me prepare for next year because we've never had propane before, and we have a propane tank and they just come and fill it and go. And so, yeah, it was all new to me. So this Thursday I also had a no spend day. I try to do no spend days on the day I'm doing the weekly check-in. And if I do spend that day, I just put it on to the next. So yeah, mark up my calendar here. So let's get back to this. Let's see, grocery household. As you can see here on this day, the last day of November, I had a Meijer expense, which is our grocery store down the street. You're going to see a lot of those. It's the closest grocery store to me, so I just shop there. 130, 135. And then I had another one here for 157.07. Gotta check that off. And then I have another one over here for 118.47. So those, and this is actually a split. The credit card charge is this two numbers combined. I made a note to myself that I split this. Part of this was Christmas decor and part of this was, because Meijer is kind of like a Walmart where it has like clothing, it actually has shoes, it has all the groceries and some electronics and some, you know, Christmas decor stuff and things like that. So I like shopping in one place. I don't like to go to a lot of different places and shop around. I don't enjoy shopping. I mean, I enjoy shopping when I'm there, but I don't enjoy going from store to store to store to go shopping. If it's all one store, then I'm pretty awesome about it. I'm not particularly fond of our Walmart here. I don't know, it just feels grungy to me. And it's always packed. Like, it's like the only Walmart around, and like everybody, it seems to be in there in the whole town. And we're in a lot smaller town than we used to be, so yeah, that's a little crazy. So I gotta mark that off. But I wanted to make sure I allocated the portion of that receipt or purchase that was groceries and grocery household went to that category. So that's why that was split like that. And made my life a little easier, but I hate splitting receipts as much, and I'll try not to do this, but this is what happens. So let's go ahead and total this up. All right, I brought my calculator out and I'm going to use this one. I keep switching calculators or debating on switching calculators just because I can't get great lighting on it and you can see the numbers very well from my previous videos I was noticing. So I'm going to make sure the light shines on it well enough that you can see it. So hopefully that works. So 131.35 plus 157.07 plus 118.47, and that gives me 406.89, which tells me I'm over budget by $6.89 because I think I only budgeted $400, and yeah, already out the gate over budget. So I'm gonna write this number down real quick. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna put that aside, and we are going to do the restaurants. So every Friday we get pizza for our sons or our entire family, and this time it was our entire family. $52.71 was that. And then let's see here. What else did we get? Buffalo Wild Wings. My husband and I went out to dinner. He had a couple of beers. And then we gave the waitress a $20 tip because it's Christmas, and we had a great conversation with her. And we tried to tip higher as much as possible, but we really felt led to give her a little extra money. So I really hope she was able to get all that and could use it for Christmas. And that was my prayer. So we'll see. Let's see, make sure this is on the screen. And then $19.69, and that was Arby's. We just stopped. We were out and about doing something on Sunday. We went to the chiropractor. Then we were looking for what were we looking for? Something. A posture corrector. It's for your back and pulling posture back. My husband's having some back pain problems, and correcting his posture would really help him with that. So we were looking for something at the pharmacies and could not find it. So now we are going to, then we ordered it on Amazon, but we were out and about, so we had to order pick up lunch. So yeah, roundabout way saying we went out to lunch that day after church. And here we go. So $52.71 plus $70.85 plus $19.69. There we go. That's $143.25 for what we spent here. $145.25. No, $143. Excuse me. Can't type, or geez, can't even talk today. Obviously, because I just said type. I think I have the jitters, too much caffeine or something going on. All right, now moving on to miscellaneous. What did we spend in miscellaneous? So my husband needed socks. So that was $11.78. We ordered them on Amazon. Am I on screen? Let's see, let's do it this way. There we go. There we go. And so there's the socks. My husband also ordered something else. I can't remember what it was. I don't pay attention to what he gets. I just pay attention to what I get. So he ordered them together, but they charged separately because of who he bought it from, and it wasn't all from one place, which is fine. But it was all Amazon, so that's kind of cool. And then I did an 86.84, and I'm trying to think what all was in that. Oh my gosh, what all was in that? That might have been my husband's gift plus a couple of household stuff. I think I ordered him something on Amazon, and then plus on top of it got a couple other household items. Well, not household, but miscellaneous items for the house. So there's that. And then my husband ordered me something off of Etsy. I have no idea what it is. I'm excited to see what he picked out. After I told him I ordered something for him on Amazon, and that was $36.02. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really, really super excited about that. And I have no idea what it is. Let's go ahead and total this number up. Get the calculator again. So we have $10.59 plus the $11.78 plus the $86.84 and $36.02. There we go, $145.23. I think that's why I wrote 145 over here, because I knew this number was coming, and it just, my brain was faster than what it should have been, and it was not paying attention that it was not that column. So gas, obviously, there was just one purchase of gas that was right here, $37.39. and then the unbudgeted. So like I said before, Southern States here was our propane. They filled up 60 gallons of propane for our fireplace for this winter, and that was $235.67, but I decided to pay out of our sinking funds, so I went ahead and checked that off, and that's not going to affect the budget, because what this calendar is, what this spending is what comes out of the checking account. It goes onto the credit card, but it comes out of the checking account, and I got to pay the credit card with the checking account. Why do I do this? Because it helps keep the credit score high. We are in the 800s right now with our FICO score and stuff like that. Credit score, and some of the free apps say 760, 780, and then the FICO score in other places with our bank says 800. So somewhere around there, we're in the high 7s, low 800s somewhere. I know when we bought our house, we were 823 respectively. When they did a hard target look at the credit score, or the FICO score, I think it was FICO score for the bank. And so if we were that back in June, then more than likely we're still in that area right now. And I keep the credit card paid off. We have one credit card. I put on it, I pay it off. I've been able to get rewards from it. I don't do it for the rewards, but I do it. And so, yeah, that is what we've been doing. But like I said, it went on the credit card, and then I paid with the sinking fund. So I wanted to make note of that this does not conclude with what I'm paying from the checking account. So that I had to be careful of that. Amazon here, I got a side table for my son. We were trying to decide how best to set up my son's new birthday gift. And if you don't know, we got him a PlayStation 5, and those suckers are huge. He has a PlayStation 2, 3, 4, and now he's got 5 plus a Switch, and there's nowhere else to put it on his dresser entertainment thing that he's got. And the angle that he has his TV, it's actually sitting on the dresser as well. And so I'm like, I don't know where to put this thing. So I bought a side table hoping we could put styled very similar to what is his dresser, and that he loves. And so I thought, well, if I got something like that, then I can just set it beside the TV and dresser, and they can hook it up, and it'll work out fine. He will have to unplug one of the other stations, probably his PS3. He doesn't have the 3 or 2 plugged in. He just has everything for it. So we'll see. So that is what I ordered, and I ordered it from Amazon. I think there was another extra item I ordered for, but I can't remember what it was. Something small. Let's see here. And then, is that 98? No, that's not it. What's the 98? 98, 90. Oh, that's the balance forward. I don't have it listed here. Good grief. I can't focus today. The 98.41 was balance forward from the previous month that I hadn't paid, and then the side table here. You're probably looking at me like, no, the side table's the next one, Lisa. What are you talking about? That's the side table. That was the balance I had left over from the previous month on the credit card that needed to be paid still. So I just left it here and unbudgeted because it did have to come out of the checking account, but I didn't have it on my spending calendar because it was last month's spending, so no big deal there. The girls, so our little Sabrinas, miss those little girls. Oh my gosh, yeah. Anyway, before I start crying, I bought a bunch of things, little outfits, little books. Right here, I did order a bike. Now I know this says no spend, and then you see a spend here. So what happened was this purchase amount, the $60, was $107. It included this purchase, but whoever I purchased from had delayed when it would be delivered. So but I could cancel it, and it wasn't an issue because it was never shipped. It wasn't going to be processed. So it dropped it down to 60 instead of 107. And so once I did that adjustment, I got these two right here. And I placed this order for $47.60 for this little Minnie Mouse tricycle for 2 to 4-year-olds or whatever the age is. And so cute, so adorable. I have boys, so I'm not used to buying girl stuff, and it's so fun when I get to do that. But anyways, I canceled the order here and reorder it. So I wasn't spending anything new because originally it was over here. So I didn't count it as a spend on this day. So I'm still calling it a no spend day because I wasn't shopping for something new. It's something I'd already planned here when I shopped here, but it just fell through. And then groceries, I split, not groceries, miscellaneous here. This was Christmas decor, $83.71. And that we can total up right here. And I'm just going to move everything off to the side here. There we go. 98.41 plus the 95.37 plus the 15.89 and 60.67, 83.71 and 47.60. So if it's unbudgeted, where do I pay from unbudgeted? Well, basically the buffer, the checking account. And that total became $401.65. There we go. And there's that number. Yeah, I just paid with it with the buffer, the checking account, which lowered any available funds going forward. And hopefully I'm not too over budget in other categories. So that's where we're going right now. And then the last thing we have here is $5.84 for this pharmacy. And then plus 14, which was this other pharmacy. So I had two copay pharmacies, one for each son. And that's that. And that was 1984. So it was a good year. I like that year. I was young. I was 10 in 1984. So that gives you an idea of where I came from. Oh, goodness. All right. So that is all done. I've done all the math. I've checked all the things. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. So I do apologize, my talking and everything. I'm just kind of random today, but it is what it is. It's the kind of day it is. But everything's checked off. I did do that. Did I forget to check off that Etsy thing? Where's that Etsy thing? No, I just forgot to check it off here. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to go back and make sure everything's checked off on here that I know needs to, that was taken care of. Everything's paid for. My credit card is back to zero. It is at the max. I have zero balance that I need to pay on it. I have not paid any interest. I haven't in over almost 3 years now or more. So yeah, the wrong direction. This direction. There we go. So that has been awesome. So here is my weekly check-in. Again, like I said before, I spent $406.89. So I'm going to get a little closer. Okay, so $406.89. And then restaurants, I'm over, good grief already, $143.25. And then miscellaneous, $145.23. Yeah, I'm still over in pretty much everything except for gasoline. $37.39 unbudgeted. $401.65, and then copay. I'm way under on copay, but I knew it would be $19.84. Okay, there we go. So over budget, over budget, over budget, under, over, and under. So let's just start with the ones I'm not over budget with. So I don't switch pins. Gasoline, I have $87.50 minus $37.39. So that gives me a balance of $50.11 left over, and then 75 minus, not sure if I'm getting all this on screen, 1984, and that is 55.16. There we go. Okay. I'm going to write over here in my notes what I'm balancing No, because this is the balance here. And then I gotta do the adjustment. So I'm gonna write in over here the budget I'm gonna add for the next week. So I'm adding here for gasoline another $87.50. And then that total will go over here. And that was very sloppy. Oh my goodness. It's worse than normal. It's hard when you get to the end of your notebooks the last month and writing in these things. Sometimes it's like really, really hard. 87.50. All right, and then this I'm gonna add 75 to it, obviously. And then I'm gonna add the same. I thought if I wrote it out here in the notes, you guys can see where my number was coming from as I go through the month, because this will change throughout the month. I carry over a balance, positive or negative, and that is the number I work with going into the next week. And then I just draw these little arrows. This budget is actually set up way different than previous budgets. I used to carry totals of each column and each row and things like that, but I don't do that in this one. Let's see. All right, now we get into the negative. So I have to, whoops, sorry about that. I hit my lamp. Now I have to get my red pen, and it's my clackety pen. It makes a lot of noise. I don't have any rubber bands for this one. So we know this is already $6.89 over budget. So now let's go ahead and see what this is. So I had $125 I budgeted for, and I spent $143.25, and that leaves over budget $18.25. So $18.25, and this is where it's going to adjust that number, and it's going to make more sense after I do the adjustments. So here we go. I had $137.50 for that miscellaneous, and I spent $145.23. I did better than previous month, but still not good. I'm $7.73 over, but not double digits, so that's good. And then, but I am really over, you know, well, this one, there is no balance. It's just what I spent. So yeah, negative 401.65. I don't know if I should write this here or not, because that disappears every week anyway. Yeah, I just spent a lot of money. So it still came out of the checking account. I still paid for it. We had to pay for it. Yeah. But we're still doing good. We still have enough money in the account. We still have a pretty sizable buffer in the account. Probably a few $100s, maybe $500–600. And yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm gonna take a minute here. This is the coolest thing. I am sitting here recording, and I sit in front of a window. It's rainy, it's dreary, but I'm sitting there, and this little red bird, this little cardinal, just flew in and is in a branch right in front of me. It is the coolest thing. I just thought I'd just share this with you because it's very distracting and I love cardinals, and you know, it's just really, really cool. So anyways, but yeah, there's a little cardinal right outside. I had to take a picture of it. It's so cute. My mom's gonna be thrilled. She's obsessed with cardinals. Anyways, that is sweet. Oh, there he goes. So now I'm not distracted anymore. I do apologize for that little interruption. So now that I know how much I overspent in every category, it's almost like I'm borrowing from week 2 to cover week 1 with the money, because what I did is I took Paycheck 1 and Paycheck 2, because that was on the 1st and 2nd, and combined them all the way up to the 15th of the month, the middle of the month, and all that cash is still sitting in the checking account, except for what I transferred and paid the credit card with today. So anything that I budgeted for these weeks, even though the cash is in the account, you overspend, you're spending the next week's money. And that's what happened here where I've gotten these over. So basically I'm just in my budgeted categories, not my unbudgeted, the regular budgeted categories. If I take a look at that, I overspent $689 plus $1825, oops, plus $773. And so that's $32.87 I borrowed. Now it may not sound like a lot, and it's better than what I've been doing since July, I could say. I'm happy with that, but I would like to get better and more focused. So that is good news. That's all that is. But I do know a lot of this, it's just because of the season and gifts and Christmas. I still got to get a white elephant gift for a Christmas party for my husband's job here soon with him, and other things, and I just don't know what to get. What do you guys get for a white elephant party? What do you buy? Obnoxious stuff? Do you buy funny stuff? What do you buy? I would love to know the answer to that one. So here we go. We are going to find out how much our new beginning budget is for week 2. So that is what I need to know. $400 is what I had planned on, but I overspent, so $689, and now I have a new budgeted amount of $393.11. Because I'm a digital spender and not a cash spender, I don't have anything that stops me from going over. But if I pay attention to this number and total my receipts more frequently through the week, I can't talk, then that will help me for this budget. So I want to stick within, for the next week, $393. I think I can do it. I think I can stay under budget here, so we'll see. Now next I have our restaurants. I might have to beef this up. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this back under the way I want, but we'll see. Oh, let me think about this. So I have $125 for the week. I'm going to take out the $18.25. I think this was over because we gave such a good tip, because we gave a $20 tip, and that was included in that restaurant. And I can't remember if it was $20 on top of or more. I think it was like $8 more than we normally would have given, or something, $6 more than we normally would get. I don't know. It was a total of a $20 tip, and I think it was double that, $10 probably. So still we would have been over a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see what the number would be. So going into this week, I only have $106.75, and I know that's not going to be enough because $6.75 on Friday. I haven't decided if we're going out to dinner tonight. I don't think we are. I think I figured out how something here at home, and I'm trying not to DoorDash any food here. But Friday, we're going to go see the lights at the horse park in Lexington, Kentucky, and we're like 45 minutes or more away, and so it's right there. And then we're going to go drive around, look at the lights, and walk around the horse park, and then visit my husband's aunt and uncle who live about 20 minutes from there, and then come home. And we're going to grab a pizza for dinner, and we're going to eat it in the car as we're driving through, and have pizza and see the Christmas lights. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm excited to go there. And then I do know the Christmas party, I don't know if we're spending money, if it's a restaurant type of thing, if we had to pay anything, we'll see. I know they said heavy hors d'oeuvres. I'm not sure what that means, but I don't think it's a meal. I just think they're going to have a lot of hors d'oeuvres and things like that, so we'll see. But yeah, that's not going to be enough. I'm pretty sure we're going to go right past that. The next thing we have is miscellaneous. So I'm trying to stay at $137.50, and I'm over by $7.73. So that gives me only $129.77 for the week. We'll see if I can make that. I'm pretty much done Christmas shopping. but I'm not sure. I might get something for my parents. I might get something for my in-laws. I haven't quite decided yet. I don't know. Though I do know my parents got an order of Harry and David fruit basket for us. So I'm excited to get that. Let's see, what's next? Gasoline. So we have $50.11 plus the $87.50. Now, why would that be so high? I have it really high because, let me move this out of here because that might be confusing to you guys. I have it so high because we are going to go pick up my father-in-law, and we're driving to the horse park, and we're driving over Christmas and visiting family and stuff a couple hours away. So there's going to be a lot of driving coming up, and I want to make sure there's enough in the budget. I know it's at the end of the month over Christmas, but I want to make sure it balances forward enough money in the budget that we can do the driving we want to do. So there's that. Let's see. Unbudgeted is always $0. It's coming out of the checking account. And then copay, I'm giving us $75 a week in case there's something unexpected. So I have $55.16 plus the $75, and there we go, $130.16 for some appointments and stuff. So yeah, there we go. And that is the weekly check-in. I do have enough. It looks like I'm in the positive going into week 2. Let's see how much I have total. 137.61 plus 129.77 plus 106.75 and 393.11. All right, I'm looking at $897.40. You know what's crazy is before I moved here, that was way more than enough than I needed for a week. And then I get here, and that was like in Chesapeake, Virginia, where I used to live. And now I live in Kentucky, and a smaller town, but I swear the grocery prices here are double. I don't think inflation happened after I got here, and it just seems higher. I think it was already higher than what I was spending before in another area. And I just can't, I'm sticker shocked all the time. And I just can't believe how expensive food is here, and restaurants and everything like that. It's so much more expensive. A lot of other things are cheaper here, but not the basic necessities. Oh my goodness. So, but I think I'm hoping $897.40 for us will get us through the week. Total for all these categories combined, we should be fine, but we'll see. If I'm low enough in one category, I can compensate with another category and take care of it. But hopefully I don't spend more than that. And hopefully I will not have any unbudgeted, though I'm hoping it's very minimal if it is. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping it's minimal, because I'd like as much cash available to move over to my savings in our emergency fund to bump it back up to 8 months and things like that. So I have goals, I have dreams, there's things I want to do. So that is why I want to kind of rein in the money and stay on track with the budget. So that is my weekly check-in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
It's December.